Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's Daryl here. It's not so bright and early anymore. It's 9 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Now for something completely different. Let me fill you guys in. It's been a different morning. I did a video this morning. It was one of those mornings where I just really didn't click. There was nothing that really grabbed my attention, that really motivated or inspired me to do a video this morning. So I talked about I don't want to talk about it now because I don't want to get yellow lighted again. It had to do with the situation that's going on in the Middle East and rumors that are going on in Facebook. So I did this video this morning about 3 a.m. and I downloaded it, and I wasn't too happy with it. It was just a video for the sake of making a video. And I downloaded it, and it actually was available for about 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. And I discovered that I had gotten yellow lighted on top of this. There was no advertising for it. And that's not, it's a yellow light. Not only don't I get advertising, but it's kind of a mark. I don't want to get too many yellow lights that aren't good for advertising. Eventually they might start looking into my monetization. And seeing as I didn't really like this video to begin with, I did something that I don't usually do. I deleted it. So there was no video this morning. So I usually get a YouTube newsletter, a creator newsletter for creators on YouTube, and something caught my attention. They were talking about making shorts. They've been talking a lot. YouTube's been talking a lot about encouraging creators to make shorts. I don't know if I can make a short anything, to tell you guys the truth. You guys see how I talk and get carried away here. So this isn't going to be a short, but they were talking about retro video games. It made me think here. So don't worry, I'm not going to change my niche or anything like that. This is just kind of I've been wanting to do something about, like, something to have to do with this. I'm going to do a video. This is going to be a video about the old days, in 1982, 1983, 1984, 85, 86, and the arcades and the first video games. If you guys remember, some of the very first video games, like around 1981, this is my memory, were Space Invaders and Asteroids. I remember there was one guy in the neighborhood that never came outside. We never saw him. You know, we'd see him on the bus. We did see him at school, and he had glasses, and he was kind of quiet and meek and everything. And you know, that was fine. It wasn't like he was picked on or anything. But one day he became extremely popular, and everybody would go to his house, including me. He got one of the very first, I don't know what it was, the very first Space Invaders. Was it Atari or ColecoVision or whatever it was back then? I just remember Space Invaders. And that was the only game. That was the only game they had. The only game on this whole console. And like 6 of us would crowd into his living room, and we'd all take turns and fight over the controller to see who would play Space Invaders. It was the first video game out. But there was arcades, and I used to go to a local arcade. I live out in the suburbs, and I was about 14 years old. And at that time, there was arcade. There was little like the stand-up video games in a lot of pizza restaurants and restaurant arcades and stuff like that. And I used to play Asteroids, so I got pretty good at playing Asteroids back then. And there was one arcade that I used to go to in the city. It was called Crazy 8, and I'm going to show you guys that right now. So take a look at it. This is the arcade that I used to hang out with from the time I was 14 till I was about 16 or 17. There's also going to be a video. I found a video from 1985 of this actual arcade. I didn't even know. I don't know how they made this video back then. It must have been on a regular camera, but there'll be a link to a Facebook account down below, so you could actually see a video in an old-time arcade, and link down below. But here, let me show you the picture of it. Okay, I'm back. Here I am up here. Hey, and this is Crazy 8. It was in the city of Waterbury, and this is where I used to hang out. I think this picture was taken in 1985. And starting at like 14 years old, me and my friends would go down to this plaza, Colonial Plaza it was called, and when we were 14, we would walk like 4 or 5 miles on the weekend on Friday night. And this is when the drinking age was 18, and we'd stop and get about half. Even though we were younger than 18, we'd get a case of Black Label for $8, or a half pint of schnapps or something like that. And we'd walk down to this plaza, and next door to this arcade that you see right here was a movie theater, and then on the other side there was a roller rink. This is where I got my nose broke, actually. So I got in all sorts of trouble every single weekend at this arcade in this plaza. There was the city guys that used to hang out here, and different kids from different suburbs like me, we would come down and we would basically start trouble every weekend. They call them the Plaza Boys. That's what they're called. They were these Italian guys from Town Plot, and that was the gang that hung out at this arcade. And I got in so many altercations. It was like every weekend at this place. Here's let's see. There it is again. This reminds me of the place so much because this is like, you know, turning into dusk right there. I remember seeing that sign. Here it is again, the outside of it. There's a view on the inside. That's the good old days of the arcade. And this is from the video down below, the link down below. And I think this is actually an altercation, actually a fight. It's a lot of these people. This is from the video down below. It's from 1985, and a lot of these people in this video actually look familiar to me. I probably did know them at one time, or got into some kind of Donnybrook with them at some point. And of course, there was always pretty girls. That was at 14, 15, 16. That was a lot of our motivation. I don't know this girl's name. She's in the video too down below. Okay, back to the. Okay, so that was a little trip down memory lane there. So this is what I realized. I realized that I have what they call it now. They call it an OG Xbox. That's the original Xbox. And believe it or not, I still have an original Xbox. This is another thing that happened to me. I got an Xbox for Christmas back when I was in my 20s or 30s, when they first came out. And I was using them. And I would pawn them. I would pawn it. And then I would end up going into rehab, and I would lose it to the pawn shop. I'd get out of rehab. I'd talk my family into buying me another one for Christmas. I went through this happened about 4 or 5 times. Seriously, this is what my poor family did for me. You know, they thought I was clean. They'd buy me another Xbox. I'd end up pawning it. So I eventually got clean, and I decided to buy myself an Xbox back in 2006. And I have what they call an OG Xbox in perfect condition. Not only that, when I first got clean and sober, I think part of me was so angry about losing those Xboxes to the pawn shops that I started going back there. And instead of selling stuff there, now that I was clean and sober, I started buying stuff. And I started buying games that other people, that other addicts that, you know, were pawning. So I was on the other end of it now. So I was clean and sober, and I started buying games for cheap. And I have some of these old games here. And some of these are actually worth money today. If you look on eBay, I was surprised. So I thought about Asteroids, the game I played at that arcade, and I remembered there was a special trick to how if you guys ever played Asteroids, when you get further into it, the tempo speeds up, and these little UFOs come out, and that's the whole trick of learning how to shoot those UFOs. There's a trick to it. And I'm going to take you now to the Xbox, and I'll show you it. Here, come on, let's go look at the Xbox in the game. Hey, here I am. So here, check it out. Xbox, perfect condition there. There's my legs. Woo woo. And here's a whole bunch of games. So here, I'm going to play Asteroids with you guys. I'm going to school you guys. If there's any young guys watching this that are into video games, I'm going to school you all on how to play Asteroids. Here we go. And here we go. You want to take out those fast asteroids quick, and you want to stay away from the edges, because then you can't. It's hard. It was easier to play with the arcade controller. That's my excuse. Okay, come on. I want to at least make it for you. you guys for the little UFO to come out so I can show you the trick. Okay. Now you want to get down to one slow asteroid. Now you see, here it is. Now you start flying really quick through the screen. Oh, there you go. Oh, no, no. Oh. Well, that's not how you do it. Maybe next time. All right. Since I suck so bad at asteroids, I figure I'll show you some DigDug. See if I can remember the pattern here. Oh, I'm off to a bad start already. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man, I screwed up already. I was supposed to hit that rock. Oh, I gotta hurry up and catch him. I'm not gonna catch him. He got away. See, that's bad. Okay. Now you wait here until you can crush. Let him chase me, and I am so rusty on this. I'm so out of practice. You want to catch him under the rocks, so I'm going to try to bring him over to the rock and have him follow me here. Okay. Let him come up. Oh, I missed him. All right, now I gotta try to hurry up and catch this one. Run, little dude. Ah, I got him. All right, I remember the pattern to this one. Ah, damn. This controller doesn't move like the arcade game. Ah. All right. Damn it. Okay, and down here, get that one. Uh-oh. Oh! I'm out of practice. All right, let's see. It's the controller, man. The controller is 20 years old. It's not me, it's the controller. Alright, I'm going to get one of these damn things. I'm going to get one. Here we go. Oh, I can't believe I missed him again. I want to get the mushroom. Woo! Alright, I want to go. Alright, and then this way. Oh, man, it's the controller, I swear. The controller doesn't move as quick. Alright, see, I'm getting the hang of it now. Alright. I start to remember the pattern. Damn. Ah! I think I got an extra guy, man. That's a dangerous move because the dragon could hit me with his flames. There we go. All right. I'm trying to remember the patterns from like 20 years ago. Uh-oh. I'm screwed now. Oh, well. All right. Okay, that's video for today. That's video games for today. Let me see. Maybe we'll play a little Grand Theft Auto next time. And I'll get a little practice in before I try to show off. All right, I'll be back later with another video. You guys have a great Wednesday.